Hello guys. So today, this episode is going to be how to wire up a DWProx door reader and the doors. So you can go choose DWProx official model, this one right here, and then you're going to hit Control U or Command U if you're on MacBook. So I'm going to show you how to wire up a Bollards. I'm not going to highlight this one today. Also, you can choose which door not to highlight. So for example, I want an industrial door double. You delete all the others. So here's the thing. Make sure to turn on HTTP requests by going into game settings, security, and make sure this is on. If it is not on, then the doors will end up not working. So I'm just going to move this down. And I'm just going to move this for like a sample. So you can, I already have the access cards in starter pack and server storage. In server storage I got access card, and in starter pack we got visitor card. We're gonna show you that later. And yes, I deleted all the doors I don't need. So in the door settings, go into the DWProx door name, and then go into the script settings. You have like an option to choose which mode you want. Like 1 is for motor, it will automatically open the door by motor. And 2 is physics, it will open the door by physics. Like you have to push the door open when you scan your card. And 3, C-frame. I do not know what C-frame is, but that is a beta. That's a beta thing, so I recommend you not to do it. But I'll just keep it on 1 for this demonstration. So in the change readers chapter, you go into this sample right here, the one I'm showing you, the one with card readers and the push to exit buttons or the hold buttons. So you go into there, and then you go into readers, and then you can duplicate the reader you want. For example, I want a Saflock, I mean not Saflock one, the Salto XS4 that's vertical shaped. You duplicate that, and then I think you must put it into DWProx industrial door double, DWProx, and then you put it under reader settings. Get rid of the old reader, and yeah. You move it down, and yeah. So for the reader and button settings, so you go into the DWProx script, in the settings script. Oop, not this one. I'm sorry for what I did. Okay, so here's what you do. Oop. Go into settings. There are lots of functions you can use. In the open time, this is how long you want the door to stay open. Please note, it's important to know this. The number you set is going to count in seconds. So if you like set it for like 132 seconds, I mean if you set to 132, it'll stay open for 132 seconds. But if you set to this amount of time, then it will just stay open for this amount of time. Actually, don't try to do that because it will lag or it will crash the game. So please don't do this. So for this example, I'll just keep it on 5. And for the whitelist settings, this is where you have to put in, this is the format, user ID, comma, colon, dash, dash, I mean, not colon. Okay, why do I keep messing up? Okay, so you type it in numbers, comma, space, dash, dash, space, username you wish. Please make sure the username is typed in very correctly, because if you don't type it in correctly, then it will end up not working for that user. So for the authorized groups, you have to set it in bracket, quotation mark, group ID, quotation mark, closing bracket, space equals space, curly bracket to rank number, closing curly bracket, comma, space, dash, dash, space, group name. And then you do the same thing for others. So for the webhook settings, this is where you can set the webhooks. So for example, if you want log correct scans to true, 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 then it will send a message to your selected channel in your Discord server. But since I don't have Discord yet, I'll just keep it false. For that one, false, and false. There we go. And for the next chapter is the webhook settings. Go into settings of the DWProx store name, DWProx, and then go into settings, then the webhook URL. Put the link right here in there, like you copy the webhook from the Discord server and paste it into here. And yeah, so for the reader settings, go into the reader of the when you have in the door name, DWProx, then the readers, and then the card reader name, and then go into reader settings. This is where you enable whitelist to activate the settings in here. And for the cards, you can set which box you want. If you only want one card, for example, I want level 2 card only, you can just set it like this. And if you set whitelist to true, it will enable the whitelist for like the for the people in these settings right here. Even if they're on the same access level, it will not work for people that are not on the whitelist. It can be recommended for offices, like if you're using an office building with those types, but I'll just keep it on false. So for the button settings, for the buttons, you go into there, go into buttons, then you can duplicate the press to exit button, duplicate it. For this example, I'm using the LED press to exit button. I will put it on buttons, and yes, it's an LED. So I'm just going to my bad. Okay. You're gonna move it down there. And yeah, there you go. So in the button settings right here, you click there, and there is an option to enable whitelist enabled. You set it to true, and it says when true, this button will only work for users in the whitelist. That's in the main door settings, which I already showed you. So it is recommended to do that if you're like using it for an administration office. Okay. So for the press to exit button, the hold button, in the button settings, it will, you can have a whitelist enabled. You set it to like true, and yeah, it's for the whitelists. But for this demonstration, I'll just use a key switch module. So you put it under the button settings right here. Then you move it down. And here's one thing. If you go into the button settings, there is nothing that you can do, but I'll just take a cookie for this demonstration. But here's the thing. Please note, do not touch this. Do not remove this. If you remove this, then the button will end up not working. And it will just die when it starts up. So you rotate it, then you move it. That's like a perfect match. And yeah, there you have it. So for the card settings, you go into the starter pack or server storage. Please don't mind all those. So you go into starter pack or server storage. So for visitor card, there's access level, handle, and this is where you set the card number. The value is the card number. Oop, my bad. I'm sorry about that. But I'm not gonna put a tooltip right here for this one. Well, actually I will put only opens the front entrance door. There we go. So, yeah. Also for the access card, you just set it to 2. And for the HKS1, this is what you need to operate the door hold function. If you do not do it, if you don't add it there, then you will not make it work. So yeah. But I'll just keep it right there for demonstration purposes. And yeah. So that's all for the thing. Make sure you test it out before you like make sure it will work. Yeah, it always freezes when it starts up. I don't know why. It's going to take like 20 seconds. There we go. So I'm just going to give me all. And if you're wondering how I'm opening this box, you just hit the quotation mark key. Oop. So let's see if you can scan a valid credential card. And it works for that. Yep. But what happens if you scan an invalid credential card? When you scan it, it just turns red. So let's test out the exit button Yep, exit button does work. Okay. Now let's test out the door hold function. I'm just going to tap my key to the door hold, and it will open the door. And when you turn it back, it will just stay normal. But what happens if you scan the one without HKS1? See, nothing happens. So I'm going to show you how to wire up a Bollard here, and everything for that has passed. Okay, so here's how to wire up a Bollard. You go to the Bollard you have right here, and for the things, go to the Bollard. Oop, my bad. So you move the Bollard down where it can be. And when I tried to wire this up one time with a different card, it crashes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a glitch or bug. So go to other DWProx readers. And for the settings, you can set how much you want it open. I'm going to set it to 5. Don't worry about the authorized people. You can set it to anything you want if you have whitelist enabled. Okay. And there. You can move it anywhere you want. So in the reader settings, you can set how much you want which cards you want enabled. If you set whitelist to true, it will enable that card reader for those people right on there. So yeah, I'll just keep it for false like that. And I'm just going to set 2 for that. And there you go. So now I think you got it right. For the Bollards, you can have as many Bollards as you want. Like, you can have like thousands of Bollards. How about I just do 3 for demonstration purposes? And that's how you do it. Hope it won't crash like last time. And yes, it does lag a lot. It's going to take very long. It's going to take a while to load, so please be patient. And yes, the 3 Bollards come up. And yeah, so I'm just going to give me all. And there you go. So if you scan a valid credential card, it just opens for 5 seconds, I think. Yep, it makes the Apple payment chime sound. But what happens if you scan one that's invalid? See? Nothing works. Look. It just alternates red and green and red and green. Okay, I hope you found this very helpful. Please give it a like, comment, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more how-to videos and elevator videos. And that's all. And thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. See you guys later. Peace.